Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today, my topic is grass genetic heifers. There's going to be some available. And these are actually from a friend of mine up in North Missouri. Two of our friends. And they are 3/4 South Pole. And they're out of one of the best, probably grass genetic herds in the Midwest. They are weaned. These are weaned heifers that were coming out of a fall calving herd. And when I say 3/4 South Pole, I mean they're Barzona, Hereford, and Red Angus. They don't have the Centipole cross in them. I went up and looked through them the other day, and it looks like we're going to have around 70 to 75. And these heifers are going to be weighing somewhere probably around 500 pounds, give or take. Anyway, I had the opportunity to go through them all. I wrote down all the tag numbers and such of the ones that I was interested in that were just, some of the prettiest heifers I've seen. And they're actually been, rotated every day. So they're hot wire broke. They've never been fed any grain, no hormones. They are used to people because they're being moved every day on some really good high quality grass. The heifers are in good shape. They're still with the mothers. We're going to be weaning them here in the next week or so, and they're going to be available. And so if you're interested, you might want to go check out our website, greenpasturesfarm.net, for more information. Just email me, and I can fill you in. We're going to have some pictures of them and such. But folks, if I was just starting out, and I am getting inundated with people wanting South Pole heifers, they're just not out there. Not in numbers, not this kind of numbers. We're talking, 75 head here. I'll tell you what, if you could get a hold of, 10, 15, 20, or 30 of these, or whatever that number might be, and put a really nice, oily, slick-hided South Pole bull on them, in a couple of years, you're going to have South Poles. We're starting with red-hided animals. These are all red-hided. They're not black. So you're already there. You've already got the red hide. I saw the cows these calves came out of. It's unbelievable. These cows are 1,000 pounds. The biggest ones might go 1,050, 1,100, but they're just gut. Big gut, very slick-hided, just really thriving in their environment. And to give you the background on these two guys, they've been doing linear measuring on their animals for, 10 or 15 years, where they actually get the animals up and measure them with a tape measure. And the bulls, they do the same thing on the bulls. And I saw the measurements that these guys take, and it's just like, it's a full day or two. They go through there and actually measure them. And they've got to have a big heart girth. They've got to have a good udder. They've got to have the right measurements as far as hip height, top line length. There's a whole host of stuff. And they even get into, measuring the jaws and feeling up underneath the jaws of the cattle. If there are certain shapes on the jaws, they can tell if they're going to have more tender meat and such. Anyway, I don't know anybody personally that has done a more masterful job of measuring and keeping the animals that work in their environment than these two folks have. And, if I was starting out, I'd be beating their doors down to get a hold of some of these. They are weaned, they're fall calving, so they were born last September, October. And one of the things I was going to share with you on these heifers, these are very astute cattlemen. They make their full-time living from these cow herds. They don't have a job in town. They are cattlemen. That's what they do, and they're good at it. But one of the things that they were told to do by all the professionals was, on heifers, for instance, you breed your heifers at 15 months of age, and if you don't, get them bred at 15 months and have them calve as a 2-year-old, and you miss that opportunity, you never get that calf back. That calf that you miss, and let's say if they get older, then you breed them. And so, you got to get that cow, you got to get that heifer bred, you got to get her bred. Well, they were doing that. And the second heifer that when they bred them back again, your second calf heifer, in other words, when you're coming back for that second calf, she's not a heifer after her first calf. But when you get that cow to breed back, their breed back was around, I think he said 60%. And it's not, I'm not going to get the numbers exactly right. But so the cows are falling out of the herd on coming back for the second calf. And so they finally said, the heck with this. They started breeding them at 2 and calving them as 3-year-olds. When they did that, they had about a 95, it was up in the high 90s, breed back. The cows were allowed to grow out before they were asked to give a calf. And they stay in the herd. They stay in the herd, so they're not losing them on the back. So if you breed your heifers to calve at 2 and they don't breed back, you've lost that heifer, that cow. It's out of your herd. And so the ones that were calving later, when they're actually breeding them to calve as a 3-year-old, they just make a better looking cow. And they'll stay in the herd and they breed back. And that first calf they had, it doesn't look like a heifer calf. I mean, it's a nice looking calf. And so with that, I just wanted to share that with you. And there's still people, there's a lot of producers today say, oh, you got to get them bred. You got to get them bred at 15 months. Maybe you do. I don't know. But I just wanted to share that with you folks. I was trying to give you a little bit of, different slant on things. But back to these heifers, if you could take these heifers, here's what I would do. I would buy them. I would put them on my farm. And I would let them get used to my grazing style, my grass, my soils, my management style. And then when they got up to whatever age you decide to breed them at, whether it's 15 months or you wait and calve them as 3-year-olds. So they'll stay in your herd a lot longer and breed back if you decide to do that. Turn a bull in with them. But let those heifers develop on your farm and turn a bull in with them, and then the ones that breed and come out pregnant, keep, and the ones that don't, eat them. Market them as grass-fed beef. But those heifers are going to have some time to develop on your farm. And so they're going to be able to thrive when they get pregnant. If you just buy a heifer and bring it home and throw it right into the bull, that heifer is not used to your grass. That heifer is not used to your management style. It may not even be used to your soil. And so it's going to be a different situation. So make sure if you buy these heifers, let them come home, give them some good mineral, move them. They're already broke to hot wire, so you're not going to have to get them broke to that. That's half the battle. You get these heifers from somebody that's not running them on hot wire, they run off. They run through the fence, they're on your neighbors or whatever. That's not any good. So we've got animals that have been handled, okay? But they're also used to eating, every day they get moved. And so if you're going to grow out your heifers, I would say at least adopt some kind of management system where you're rotating them. Give them a chance. Give them a chance to develop. Because these are just young ladies. I mean, they're still, big coming off the cow here in a couple of weeks. But, I've been through a lot of cow herds. And the other day when I went through those various cow herds, there were some beautiful animals out there, folks. And this is an opportunity for you to step into a herd that's been managed correctly for the last 30, 40 years. Time is money. Money, and so if you can save time by jump starting on really good, nice grass genetic heifers, it's going to save you years of doing it on your own. Just plain and simple. And also we're going to have, I think it's around 50 steers available out of the same herd. And boy, I'm telling you, they had some beautiful steers in there. I mean, beauts. They're up there around that same weight, 500, maybe 520. They were clamped in April, and they're all cleaned up now. They're ready to go. They're going to be taking those off, giving them their weaning shots and such. But we're going to sort them right in the pasture. So you're going to get to see the cows that these calves came out. Okay? You're going to get to see the cow herd. It's impressive. I mean, they're 1,000, 1,100 pound, big gutted animals, just really, really grass efficient. And, they don't have the big long legs on them. They've got gut. And that's because they have selected for that with the linear measuring. There's been a lot of that done on this farm. So, you know, if you're interested in some steers, go to greenpasturesfarm.net. If you're interested in some of these weaned heifers, greenpasturesfarm.net. Send me an email. My email address is there at the bottom. I don't think these heifers are going to be around too long. So if you're interested and you're sincere, give me a buzz on that email. We can talk about it. But it's going to be exciting. Somebody's going to get some really, really nice animals to start a herd with. And they're going to save themselves years and years of, you know, starting from scratch. So anytime you can go directly into another herd and get this number of animals, man, you're off like a rocket. And get you a really good slick-hided bull to put on them. You're going to have some really nice calves in a year. You know, once when they're bred, these are fall calving heifers. They were calved last year, so they're not going to be a year old till September. So, you know, you're going to have to grow them out, but you're going to get into it a lot cheaper than you will buying bred South Pole heifers. I mean, we're sold out for this year. We're not going to have any available. And, you know, we've got a few bulls still left, but the heifers are like hen's teeth. You just can't find them. You know, they're that rare. So here's an opportunity. I hope some of you all jump on this, and I don't think you're going to regret it. They're going to be some beautiful animals. And with that, for you all new to the channel, when you leave today, hit that subscribe button on the way out, and we're going to see also hit the like button, and Jan just preempted me. Oh, hit that like button. And we're going to see a bunch of you at our grazing school. They're both sold out. I've got to get off here and get on the internet and go to our website and tell everybody we're sold out. So anyway, see you all this September, a bunch of you. Looking forward to it. Going to have some great schools, and we'll see you all down the road. Have a great day.